Okay, cool. Oh, hi, Snowball. Snowball, you want to come do the intro? Okay. Hey guys. I have this fat stack of records I just got from New York. I have a buttload of notes. So it's time for another record haul. Snowball. Come on out. Snowball's being shy. So I broke this up into like days and record stores that I went to. Also, it was kind of a crazy weekend that I went. I went from like June 11th to June 14th. It was like 4 days. And yeah, the Knicks were in the NBA Finals. There were a couple World Cup games going on. I know the same day that the Knicks were in Game 5, Brazil and Morocco were playing, which was pretty cool. And yeah, it was like 95 fucking degrees every day, which sucked. I felt like I was gonna pass out. I feel like you can like see the heat waves coming off the asphalt. I just could feel it bringing down my body. Like it's that humid hot, so the sweat can't even evaporate off your body. It was brutal, but it was still a really fun time. It was bustling. But yeah, let's get into it. I bought from 6 different record stores. I may have popped into some other places, but I bought from 6 different places, and I got something like 24 records. And yeah, let's just break it down. So the first place I went to was the night I arrived. So I got in around like 2 on that Thursday. We had dinner plans, so I stopped in at a record store on the way, like in that area. And I'd never been to this one before. It was called Generation Records. It kind of specialized in more like punk, rock, and metal, which wasn't really my thing. That's not really what I collect, but you know, they're gonna have other genres too. They don't just have that. That's just the main, I think it's like the main genres they have. It's just not my thing. Kind of pressed for time. I think we had like 30 minutes before. I figured like why not just stop in and check it out. It's always like interesting getting like the layout of a different record store that you've never been to. Like where are the new arrivals? Where is like what sections they have. It was in Greenwich Village, and for all the New York heads. And it's like a fairly older record store, like not old, but they opened in the 90s, which is like, you know, that's standing through when records weren't super popular. And yeah, they had like an okay selection. I didn't really touch the top floor because that's where all the main stuff was, but they had a sizable like 12-inch collection, which I feel like if you're a record store in New York, you're gonna have to because of all the DJs. But they had some disco and they had some hip hop, and yeah, their soul section was pretty good too. The selection was like pretty good, but I think as you'll see in the theme of this, like it was kind of overpriced, but I feel like that's kind of the vibe you get in New York anyway. I think most of them, they kind of had like, you know, Discogs medium plus some, which is fine. You know, it's the convenience of getting it there, but it adds up. So the first record I got was this Nancy Wilson record. I'll put it on. And this record, it's so funny because I actually discovered this album fairly recently. I've made the switch from Spotify to YouTube Music, which was easier than you would think, guys. So if you want to get off Spotify, do it. But I think I found one of the songs on this album on like a random radio mix. I think the mixes on YouTube are way better than Spotify, like way better radios per se. But the song Sunshine, I really enjoyed. And Honestly, this album surprised me. And also, Nancy Wilson, she's fucking been around forever. Or she was. She was around forever. She was making music for like decades. She had something like 67 album releases. I was like, holy smokes. It was like funky. You could hear, it's soul, funk, but like you could hear the 80s in it with all the synth. Oh, but I did find that usually when I get an album, I usually check and I'm like, was this ever sampled anything? I always think that's really fun. But another one of her albums was sampled heavily by the Avalanches. And if you know the Avalanches, they're like the sample guys. But yeah, it was a good record. I'm really glad I got it. It was like $10, I think. That is one of the things that's awesome in New York. I think their soul section is way better than here in Boston. You can find so many more just like $10 soul records. I feel like in Boston, it's kind of like you can get like $5 soul records or like $25 soul records. They're never the stuff that's like in between. But yeah, I really liked this album. And that was Nancy Wilson, Life, Love, and Harmony. Came out in 1979. Good stuff. Okay, the next record I got was super cool. I would not expect to find this. It's funny because a lot of the things I found were kind of discovery adjacent. Like, I want something else by this person, but I was happy with the thing I found. And this is kind of that too. I saw this immediately in the Disco 12 Inches, and it's this Venice single. And Venice, I thought was the woman's name who's singing, but actually it's just like a disco group, and it's French disco. The songs on this one were My Man and Do You Love. It's a 1978 pressing. It was super good. I love Do You Love. That was my favorite side. But I'm actually looking for another full album. I forget the name of it. Gotta look it up. When your want list is like over a couple hundred, you forget what you want. The best disco in the city, and I always look for that. So I didn't even realize this was like a pressing. I had always just been looking for that album. Oh yeah, and I thought it was super cool because it says on the back, recorded in Boston at Intermedia Sound by Bob Schott. And I was like, what the hell is that? So I actually don't know. Maybe I'll look that up. Love that though. I believe there's only one pressing of this, and it's the French pressing. Yep, I think that's the only one. And I got this for $8. Not too bad. Okay, on to the last record I got from Generation Records. Okay, this one I severely overpaid for. I panic bought this one, you know. It is Keep On Bumpin' Master Plan. So this is a 1974 album. It's funk and soul. I saw this cover. I get these like inklings when I see like a album cover, and I'm like, I know that cover, I know that cover. And I was in the basement and I had no service, so I couldn't get on Discogs to see if this was in my want list or like why I knew this album or what. And so I was like, and we had 15 more minutes, and I was like, oh my gosh, I guess I'll just get it. This is, I trust my gut. Overpaid for it. Saw like 4 other copies the entire trip. It's whatever. It's the problem and stress of, you know, hunting and digging. But I do really like this album. It's a great album. The reason I knew it was because there's a Royce da 5'9" sample on it. It's like the ticket at the beginning of it. And it's also like a big sample because of the song Master Plan. And like you probably heard before in like hip hop songs, but like there's like a common callback that's like, "Who's the man with the master plan?" That's like in a bunch of songs. So yeah, it's like it's a good album. I just overpaid for it. I hate that, but it's in really good condition. I got a nicer like pressing of it. I'm happy with it. Cool fact about this album is that it was actually produced by Ronald Bell, who's one of like the main founders of Kool and the Gang, and it's because his little brother, I think his name is Kevin Bell. I'm not making that up. I'm pretty sure it's Kevin Bell. Is one of the leads of this group, and so they're kind of like the prodigies of Kool and the Gang. But yeah, so most of the songs, or I think maybe even all of the songs, are produced by Ronald Bell. It's funny, I also really like the song, what is it? My favorite song, that's a really good one on this, but I didn't know Ain't No Time, and I really like when they split up songs into part 1 and part 2, and the second side of this album was awesome. I think it was really great. Super cool album. I really liked it. Wish I didn't pay so much for it, but it's fine. I paid $40 for it, so like that's definitely on the higher end for this. I think like the pressing is really good, but what are you gonna do? So in total, at the first record store, Generation Records, I spent about like $60, which is not too crazy. Starting off strong on day 1. Didn't do any more record stores for the rest of day 1. Now, let's go on to day 2. Day 2. Whew, man. I went crazy. Okay, this is the only place I went really crazy, and it's usually the place I go the craziest, so I was prepared. But I went to Academy Records, the Annex, which is out in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. And it's like a common stop for me when I go to New York. It's definitely one of the main staples I hit. And this was definitely my biggest haul of the entire trip. Probably went a little bit too crazy, but they just have such good stuff. Like, their new arrival section is huge. They have such a good single selection. Like, the 12 inches are crazy. So much good hip hop, so much good house music. Like, I find that I get the best dance music from them. Not the best hip hop, but definitely the best like house music. All my favorites usually come from there. But yeah, let's get to the first record. So the first record I picked up is this Pete Rock single. It's just a single, and like the remixes of True Master. 98 pressing. I didn't know this song when I like picked it up, but like whenever I see Pete Rock stuff, I usually pick it up. Pete Rock's one of my favorite hip hop artists, so I figured why not. It's a good addition. It's got Inspector Deck on it too, which is cool. What I really want from Pete Rock is like, I would love an original of the main ingredient. That would be awesome. I have a reissue. I think it's like yellow vinyl. It's fine. I'm not a huge fan of color vinyl. It's just not my favorite. Like, I get why people collect it. It's not me. Like, I don't like color vinyl. I don't love picture discs. I think they're cool to look at. I just don't think they're as great to play. But they're fun for, like, the collectability aspect. But I would like an original so I could get, not color vinyl of it. A lot of my hip-hop, like, LPs are all reissues. I don't think I have, like, any originals. They just get too expensive. Like, I actually had like a moment at a record store here in Boston where I found a bootleg of The Awakening by Lord Finesse, and I'd always imagined that I would find the original in New York someday. And I just haven't. I found it right before the trip, and I was like, well, if I find the original, I'm gonna get that. And I didn't. I didn't. I'm always looking for that. But what are you gonna do? There's always gonna be stuff you want to look for, right? But sometimes it just gets so, like, discouraging when you're on, like, 3 years of looking for something. And you'd think you'd be able to find it in New York. I don't know. I've been looking for a while. There are some stuff later in the list, though, that I found that I've been looking for a while and randomly found. But anyway, it's a good single. I liked it. It's good stuff. I need to bulk up my hip-hop collection anyway. And this one was kind of another dumb purchase. It's not super dumb, but it's always annoying when you get dupes. I got a duplicate. It's not exactly a duplicate, but this is one of some of his new music that came out. If you don't know Andre, he's like a Detroit house guy. I like a lot of his older stuff. His older stuff's really expensive. But I think this was like a 2024 release. There's a couple different 12 inches that I'll put out, and I was checking my collection, and I had 1, 3, and 4, and I was like, what the hell, why don't I have 2? And I saw 2 at Academy, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy 2. And I had like a weird deja vu moment where I was like, I feel like I've felt this way before. And as soon as I brought it home, I put it on, and I was like, I've totally heard this fucking song before. I swear to God, I've listened to it here at home on my record player. And sure enough, I went into my collection and I was like, oh my God. I have the white label pressing of it. And I found this back at home, super randomly, at Vinyl Index in Somerville. And it's so funny, it says, I got this 2 years ago in June. How quickly we forget. But yeah, it's the white label pressing of GT Flips 3, the second one. So funny. I mean, hey, it's always good to have doubles when you're DJing, so I could do some cool stuff with that. It's just, I can't believe I forgot. It's such a good, all 4 that I have are so good. It's good, like, this is the type of house music I like to listen to. Like, I feel like this, Rick Wade and Moody Man are like just some of my favorites. And that's a great segue into where the bulk of this came from. But first, let's listen for a bit. So, speaking of Moody Man, I saw these 3 babies on the wall and I was like, ah, shit. And if you know who Moody Man is, his real name is Kenny Dixon Jr. KDJ is one of his labels. And I saw these and I was like, ah. I always go crazy when I see Moody Man stuff out in the wild. It's so crazy. And they're just like white labels. But yeah, and I saw them and I was like, well, I feel crazy. Like, how do I pick just one of these? They're all from like the series Moogly. Moogly 1, 2, and 3. So I opted to get all of them. Moody Man's another Detroit house guy. I've seen some of his other stuff. I usually see his stuff in New York if I see it at all. I did come across some random stuff in Cambridge here one time and I bought it. Got a cool extended mix of one of the songs. I'll admit, I actually filmed another record haul video a couple months ago. I actually filmed it twice. I tried to refilm it twice, and it just like didn't feel good. I didn't like it that much, and like editing it felt like pulling teeth, and I was like, it's not gonna be a good video if I'm just not having fun with it. So I didn't edit it, but I had so many good records in that haul. It had like a Moody Man record, I got the Daft Punk One More Time single in it, I got this like super rare, not super rare, but like rare hip hop single by Shades of Brooklyn. Like, it was good. It was a good haul, but the video just wasn't good. I feel like I was trying to do too much in it. Let's do a price recap so far. This is from Academy Annex Day 2. I got the Pete Rock single for $10, and I got this Andre record for $15. And then these three, each of them, for $35. I think the second one of this one might be my favorite, but we'll see. We'll see which one I decide to put on in the video. One thing I do want to do different for this haul is I want to put like a playlist together of all the songs so that you guys can listen to them after the fact. Because I know I don't always get to play the whole song. This next record was another insane find. It's one of those records that I was like, if I'm gonna find it, I'm probably gonna find it in New York. And it's this Inez Fox at Memphis. Look how rad she is. She's so sick. This is such a cool cover. But I had heard Let Me Down Easy a couple months ago, and I've just been like obsessed with her since. This album is so good. And I got this for 25% off. I don't know why, because the record's in good condition. Or I don't know why they just didn't change the sticker. I feel like I don't know some secret. On the receipt, it was like, white labels are 25% off. Like, is it like, do special labels get different discounts, or, oh, you know what it is? As I'm talking through it, I'm realizing it's like what they do at thrift stores, where like if a color is there for like over a certain amount of weeks, then the discount starts. So like a white label, it came in January, so probably since it's been there for a while, they discounted it. Okay, thank you for listening to me talk out loud. Didn't figure it out. Please listen to this beautiful song instead. Does it hurt so much to smile? We promised that we'd still be friends to the very end. I'm begging you, baby. This album's so good, but I didn't see like much else in her discography. The only other album I saw was something from the 60s, and it looked so different, like a completely different vibe than this. It reminds me of another record I got recently, like just like another female artist that feels completely like underrated to me. Sarita. I got her self-titled album a couple months ago, and it was just so good. But she just like doesn't have a lot out there. Oh, and the other cool thing was that I think the backing band was part of it was Hot Buttered Soul, which was a backing group, like backing vocals put together by Isaac Hayes. So connections everywhere. I was super excited to see this though, but when I saw the price, I was like, because I had seen this after I'd picked up the Moody Man records, and I was like, oh well, I can't leave this behind. You know, it's one of those things. Some days you find nothing, and some days you find everything. This next record is Hot Pepper by the Spanglish Movement. It's not original. It's a 2018 reissue of the 1978 pressing from Mexico. I discovered this album because I was listening to... I've been trying to get more into Latin music, so I was listening to some Latin disco. You can find so many cool mixes that people make on YouTube, like really good DJs out there, and this was one of the songs on them. And I was like, holy shit, this is so cool. And so I was really surprised when I saw this. I figured I was okay with the reissue. I find it hard to believe that I'll find the original pressing in the wild. And I was more interested in just having it. It's not like the original's like super expensive. It's obviously more expensive. Like, let me check. So I got this one for $20 bucks. 20 smackaroos. And let me see the original. The original is a 78 pressing from Mexico, and it goes for like, you know, 50 bucks. Okay, well, like, hear me out. It's $50, but you need to get it shipped here, which is gonna cost like another $30. So like, you're looking at like an $80 record, okay? But I'm happy with this one. This one plays really well. It's really funky. I really like the guitar in it. It's interesting for disco. The riff is really great. I think it's just a really good dance song. The song I really like is Camino Equivocado, which means wrong way. The other stuff was cool too, but that was definitely my favorite song on here. There's only 4 songs, so 2 songs each side, but you know, hey, it's disco. They're like 10-minute songs. Awesome acquisition though. It's one of those things I didn't expect to see, but definitely was in my want list. And that was just the first store stop on day 2. So the next stop was Captured Tracks, and I think that like the origin of this record store is they started the brand started as a label back in like 2008, and then they expanded into making a record store. It's also in Brooklyn, so day 2 was kind of like hitting Brooklyn record stores, mostly in like the Greenpoint area. And they opened up a record store. The label was like an indie label, and it had people that you might know, like Mac DeMarco was like the big one I know of. The first time I went to Captured Tracks, they were at a different location. It was in like a basement. But for the past couple times I've gone, they're in this new location that's really, really nice. They have a great selection again. And I think out of all of the record stores I went to in New York, they had the most fair prices. Like, everything was priced like so nicely, and you could get some really good stuff for really cheap. Like, I think I got some of my favorite stuff here for the cheapest, like stuff I've been looking for forever. The categories are really good. They sort everything really nice. It's they have like kind of cool sections for yeah, everything's sorted really nice, like really good categories. I didn't dig too hard because I was so exhausted from the first haul. Oh yeah, I spent $180 at Academy, if you were able to do the math. So that was a lot. So when I get to captured tracks, I'm like, okay, maybe I gotta chill out for today. But I found some really good stuff, and it was all on my want list. I was being really strict to my want list. And yeah. So this first record I got is Donald Byrd's Stepping Into Tomorrow. This is a 1975 issue on Blue Note, no less. Donald Byrd's quickly becoming my favorite jazz guy now. I've had some different favorite jazz guys in the past, but I think he might be my favorite right now. The song I really like on this album is Think Twice. I think they took it out and put it in like a new compilation of his songs. I saw like a very new pressing in a different record store back home. It was good. It's like very like funky soul jazz. I wouldn't say it's my favorite Donald Byrd record, but I mean it's really hard to beat. I really love Street Lady. I mean I can't really beat that, and I can't beat Places and Spaces. I mean that. How can you beat that one? Those are definitely my two favorite, and I'm happy to say I have them both. But yeah, it's not a bad album. I really liked it. I got it for $18. Can't complain. Oh yeah, and in my research, I didn't realize that he's connected to the Blackbyrds, like the soul group. Like I don't know why I didn't connect that. Why would they be the Blackbyrds with a Y? How is that like? That's not a coincidence. Like that's clearly intentional. Like why didn't I ever like connect that? It took me way too long, especially since I like the Blackbyrds and I like Donald Byrd. Donald Byrd songs and the Blackbyrds are so many iconic samples as well. So it was just really funny. I think he does like production on a lot of the Blackbyrds songs. So yeah, and just like a funny tidbit that I was like, okay, I should have known that. Okay, next one. This one was just like a cool, quick, cheap find. It's a Date in the Crates single. It's Get Yours in Thick. It was cool seeing the label just like there. I feel like the hip hop selection in New York is just like leagues above Boston. Like I can't remember the last time I dug through hip hop 12 inches in Boston and found like anything like this. It's not the Digging in the Crates single I was looking for, like the 12 inch I was looking for, but I was like, hey, it's $4. Like with the Pete Rock stuff, I love Digging in the Crates. What am I doing? I'm not explaining who Digging in the Crates are, pardon me. So, Digging in the Crates is like an assembly. It's like a group of hip-hop guys from New York. I guess you could say like a collective. So it's got Diamond D, Showbiz and AG, Lord Finesse, OC, Big L, Buck Wild, and of course, Fat Joe. Who could forget Fat Joe? But yeah, it's a crew. They have songs together. My favorite song they have together is The Enemy, and stay tuned for that. But yeah, it was a good $4 single. Very nicely, very fairly priced. I was like, yeah, $4. That's a sick record to have. I like Get Yours, or I do now. I hadn't heard it before. I got it. This is one of the cheapest records I got, but also just like one of. Where does the sleeve go? Okay, you're going over there. Sorry. I was so excited when I saw this record. I've been looking for this forever, and it was a $4 record. I've been looking for it forever. Like, I don't know why I haven't been able to find it, but just like, that's how it is. This is In a Special Way by DeBarge. They're, if you're not familiar with DeBarge, they're like a family group, kind of like, I don't know, like the Jackson 5, Sister Sledge, groups like that. Let's bring back siblings who sing together. People need to start having, like, children singing groups again. Or even just, you know, family singing groups. Oh, actually, so like, I was super excited to get this album, but one of my biggest purchase regrets, or should I say non-purchase regrets, is, see, I regret not purchasing records more than I regret purchasing them. All of the record purchase regrets I have, I just like can imagine the moment I saw a record and I left it, and it like, you know, I wish I had gotten it. And the one I regret is their other album, what's it called? It's the song I Like It is on, and I can see it in my head, and I can see it like in the bin, and I'm remembering like myself being like, oh, I don't know if I want it, and I left it, and it wasn't there the next time I went back, so. And I haven't found it since then, and every time I think about that record, I'm just like, it's burned into my mind, like Chico DeBarge just like staring at me. But anyway, was super excited to get this because if you don't already recognize it, the song Stay With Me on this is like a huge fucking sample. It's in like Biggie song, the Ashanti song, and possibly a record I have later in the haul. But, oh my god, I've been so happy about getting this. And the craziest part is I tested this because I was like, why is it $4? I was just so used to the inflated pricing. It's like a little bit scratched, but it plays so well, as you can hear. And it skipped a bit in the record store. And I bought it anyway, but didn't skip it all at home, so a win is a win. Next up is Sister Sledge, The Sisters. So this is 1982 album. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. And it's like another disco soul funk album. They're one of my favorite disco groups. I would definitely say that you can't beat We Are Family. It's one of my favorite records in my collection. One of the few records that I've always listened to over and over again, front and back. I love that album. But this album is really cool too. It's just a little more 80s for my taste. I definitely like their 70s stuff. The reason I got this album though is because of the song Il Maquillage Lady. And perhaps you can hear it in it, but there is quite a recognizable sample in here. Perhaps I will see if you can guess. Should I do it like Dora? Do you know what the sample is? What's the sample in this song? Do you hear it? No, I want to give you a chance to guess, like actually. So listen to it a little bit. It's in a Daft Punk song. It's an Aerodynamic. It's the... I didn't do a good job at that, but I'll clip it. Just in case you missed it, but it's cool. The rest of the album's really great too. Love Sister Sledge in general, so overall great acquisition. And it was really only $4. Like, Capture Tracks had the best prices. Oh my god. Another one of my favorite soul artists, Patrice Rushen. This is her album Pizzazz, 1979. Funk and soul and disco. It's probably like my second favorite album of hers behind whatever Forget Me Nots is on. Straight from the Heart. Yeah, Forget Me Nots is on that one. But yeah, that's one of my favorite. This is probably my second favorite. She's got a lot of really great albums. But this one in particular has one of my favorite like house samples. There's a house song I really love called I Feel Good. And the entire like main riff of it is her vocals, like, and the melody of Haven't You Heard. And it's like, I like the original song as well. It's a great album overall. I love her voice. I think her and like Minnie Riperton's voices are some of my favorites. This album definitely got some love though. It's got that ring around it. So many of the albums I picked up have people's names on them, which is really fun too. I think one of them I was listening to earlier had DJ Gold. I wonder what DJ Gold's up to right now. Such a good song. Such a good album. Now, the next album is the final album I picked up of day 2 and the last album I picked up at Captured Tracks. And it is Bobby Womack's. Oh, it's his self-titled. No. Bobby Womack, Roads of Life. Yes, so this next album is Bobby Womack, Roads of Life. It's 1979 album. I like Bobby Womack. So I'll be honest, I haven't gotten to listen to this album all the way through just yet. It's been taking a while to listen to all of them. But, the song I knew from this album was How Could You Break My Heart? Another song that I discovered through YouTube radio. Oh, hello Snowball. Sorry, Snowball called me out there, and she does this thing where she screams and I think she's hungry, but there's still food in her bowl. Wanna come sit? My baby. Okay, Snowball's gonna sit right here. You can't see her, but she's here. Maybe you can see part of her tail. What did I say? But yeah, it's a funk soul album. It's arranged by Leon Ware, which is cool. You can kind of hear his style in here. But yeah, I really like the song How Could You Break My Heart? It's a really great song. Snowball, you are being very distracting. Snowball's lying directly on my notes right now. My baby. Aww, little poodle. Hello, little poodle. Snowball. Snowball has been very... Stop. Been very disruptive lately. Oh, now she's touching my pen. Oh yeah, but the thing I was looking for from Bobby Womack was the soundtrack to Across 110th Street, which you would think that would be in New York. It was not. I went to 6 different record stores and I can tell you it was not. Been looking for it. I would really like it. I've been trying to do this thing where I collect records from some of my favorite soundtracks. I was doing it a while ago when I first started record collecting. I mean, that was kind of what got me into record collecting. I remember when Once Upon a Time in Hollywood came out, and oh my gosh, I was so into 60s rock, and I was trying to collect all of the records of the songs that were featured in that movie. And yeah, I've been trying to do the same with Jackie Brown, because that movie also had Snowball is lying on the keyboard. That movie also has just like an awesome soundtrack. But yeah, I couldn't find it. This is what I'm talking about. Finding like adjacent finds of records I did want. I mean, I wanted this one too, but I would have preferred to get Across 110th Street. That would have been nice. Snowball, stop. Stop it. She's just always getting into things she's not supposed to. Oh yes. So at the end of my spend, I spent 37, so like around $40. That's not too bad, given what I spent at Academy. $40 was not bad, especially for that haul. That was very, very good. Okay, now on to day 3. Day 3. So this time I went to the Academy in Manhattan. I had never been to this location. We actually literally saw the guy open the store because he was late. The map said it opened at 11 and he was not there till 11:15, and that was fine. The pace was a lot different at this record store. Everywhere in Greenpoint, it was like a little more chill. There weren't people around a lot. Maybe it was also because it was Friday. But once I forgot how intense digging is when there's just so many people, especially in Manhattan. Like, people are up in your business, like right next to you, in the bin next to you. You're digging, you're trying to get into new arrivals, you're waiting your turn to try to like get in the stream, and everyone just keeps going over there, and I hate it. It's fine. And people would just be, there are people pulling out like stacks and putting stuff back, like being greedy goblins, just trying to get first dibs, holding on to stuff. I was like, damn, okay. Overall, the location was nice. It was a good location. It was close to A1 Records, which is in East Village. And yeah, it was fine. I definitely prefer the Annex more. There's just more space. The layout's nicer. They have more stuff. It's just overall a better, like, digging experience, in my opinion. But they had good stuff, and I did buy stuff, obviously. So let's get on to the acquisitions I got. Acquisition 1. Keep on Jumpin' by Musique. It's a disco album from 1978. I actually listened to this first time on Spotify. It was like a Spotify recommended, like when they recommend albums to you. And it's really good. Keep on Jumpin'. You know, makes you want to move. It's nothing crazy, it's just some good disco. Summer Love was awesome though, the second song on the first side. I was like, holy shit. They have this like transition part that really caught me by surprise. I think it's an album worth listening to. Definitely recommend it if you like that vibe, if you like disco. I didn't recognize the women in like the group, like the singers. There's Jocelyn Brown, Angela Howell, Gina Tharps, and Christine Wiltshire. I didn't recognize any of them, but I did recognize the mix engineer, Patrick Adams. And he's part of another group called Cloud One, or like, I think he just goes by that name. I think that's just his like alias for him, Cloud One, and that there's an album by Cloud One called Atmosphere Strut. Sorry, Snowball's sitting like a seal. What's up, babe? Called Atmosphere Strut, which I have, which is just, it's very cool, funky, instrumental. That's also definitely worth a listen. You should check it out. The one thing that did throw me off is I flipped to side 2 while I was working, and I literally spit my drink out because the song is called In the Bush, and the lyrics are literally push push in the bush, push push in the bush. I was like, oh my gosh. Not even subtle about it. I was like, wow, alright, get it. I laughed so hard. It's a banger though. I mean, the song's really good. It's just so funny. Push push in the bush. Good songs all around. Again, it's another like 2 songs each side, disco album. Because disco songs are like 10 minutes long. Snowball. Don't even think about it. Don't even. Stop chewing my notebook. No. I'm sitting here. Come here. Come sit on your little bed. Chew. Come sit. Chew. Oh my gosh, Snowball. Okay, the next acquisition was another 12-inch, and this was by Moment of Truth. Oh, I didn't write the year. 76. But I really love this song, Helplessly, and I saw the 12-inch, and I always confuse Moment of Truth with The Moments, another soul group. And I have another Moment of Truth album, but it doesn't have this song on it, even though I thought it did. Can you stop, please? I would eventually. Can you? She's just being. Stop. Anyway, I would eventually like the album because it's a really cool cover, but the song is really good. Oh, I thought I had a Moment of Truth album. It's not Moment of Truth. See, that's what I mean. I keep confusing them with the Moments, or another Moment album group. Another Moment group. Snowball. Can you guys still hear me as well? Because Snowball's in front of the mic. But they only have one album, it looks like. And they're a New York 70s group. Didn't really find much else about them. But the song is sick. It's an awesome song. It's like all rise. The song just keeps rising, you know? Can you stop biting things, please? Snowball is literally just biting everything she can find right now. There's food in your bowl, miss. Next album is Oportunidad by Ishmael Miranda and the orchestra Harlow. I, again, have been trying to get more into Latin music, and one of the first people I stumbled upon that I was looking for records for by them was Ishmael Miranda. He's got this other album, I'll put it on the screen, that I just adore. It's so good. It's got a cover of Grazing in the Grass that's super good, and an Archie Bell song that I love. That album was great. This album was really good too. I really like the feel of it. so far, the only people I know that I like are him and Eddie Palmieri, so the search continues for figuring out what I like. As for him as like an artist, this is all kind of like salsa music. He's actually Puerto Rican and grew up in New York, and he was known as like the pretty boy of salsa, according to Wikipedia. Overall, it's a really good listen. It's definitely not what I usually collect, but I'm really excited to learn. I'm really excited to learn more about Latin and salsa. On to the last album that I got at the Academy in Manhattan, and it's Batucada by Walter Wanderley. And this is more like bossa nova jazz. If you guys like the Wii Shop music, then you probably like bossa nova. It's very common 60s jazz. I used to be obsessed with bossa nova, guys. It's one of the first avenues I started collecting in. I have a pretty good Brazilian jazz collection there in the bottom of my record shelving. I really liked people like Stan Getz, João Gilberto, Sergio Mendes, Herb Alpert, all the common ones, you know, the stuff that you can get some really good cheap stuff, really common everywhere. But as I got more into bossa nova, I found that I really liked Walter Wanderley, and I have quite a few of his albums I've realized over the years, but this one has always escaped me. I checked my Discogs when I put it in to my collection, and it said that I put this on my want list over 3 years ago. And for a $10 record, that's kind of crazy that I haven't been able to spot this for a while. But it's literally been so long since I put it in that I don't even remember what my favorite song on here was, but they're all really good. It's honestly just like a really easy listen. It's great front to back. Just some good classic bossa nova. Now that I've listened to more Walter Wanderley, I don't think this is my favorite by him. It's probably like Rainforest or something like that. Yeah, it's probably Rainforest, that's what I'd probably say, but this is such a good album as well. It'll fit right in with all my Brazilian jazz. All of that together from the Second Academy was around like $55. Again, not insane, but you know, these are all these purchases are adding up. Okay, so we're on to the last record store I hit in New York, which was in Lower East Side of Manhattan, and it was A1 Records. It's definitely one of my favorites. It's up there. When I go to New York, I usually like to hit A1, the Academy Annex, and Capture Tracks. Those are usually my favorites to go to. And saving A1 for last made me a bit nervous because like I had already spent so much at Academy in Brooklyn. So I was like, I don't know how much I can spend here. Again, it's like another 90s record store, opened up in 96. It was really poppin' in the day for digging for hip-hop guys. It was frequented by like Pete Rock, DJ Premier, Lord Finesse and such. I think Lord Finesse even still goes back there now. But for hip-hop, I definitely think they have the best selection out of all of the record stores by far. The problem is that everything's more expensive there. Like they definitely jack the prices up at their store, which again I said is like, it's fair, you know, you're not paying for shipping, you're paying for the convenience, but like some of them I was like, damn, it's crazy. But I didn't go too crazy. I only got 4 records, but they're all really, really good stuff that I wanted. First up, guys, I got it. I mentioned this in my last record haul. Insert clip here.
I'm still on the hunt for the one that Summer in the City is on, because that's a cool Far Side sample.
But yeah, I was like, oh man, of course this is where I find it. But like I said in my last video, it has a cover of Summer in the City, which is the Far Side sample from Passing Me By. But there's actually quite a few really awesome covers on here. A great cover of Daydreaming by Aretha Franklin. The love theme from The Getaway was actually probably one of my favorites on the album. Also, that's also a really great movie if you haven't seen it. Love Steve McQueen. And the Superstition cover was also super cool. I loved it all. This is definitely my favorite Quincy Jones album for sure. I was very happy to pick it up. It was in really good condition. Yeah, just super happy. Sticking to my want list. Definitely my favorite Quincy Jones album. One more for the books. One less thing that I've been looking for. When I got up to the counter, actually, the guy looked through my records, and he was like, "Great selection," and I feel pretty good. I remember when I was first digging, when I brought stuff up, people would never really say anything to me, and now I'm getting to the point where the owners will be like, "Oh, great choices," or like, "Oh, I love that record," and that makes me feel good. I feel seen. I feel recognized. But also, maybe it's because I'm spending a lot of money there. So, I don't know. Which one is it? But he was like, "Oh, you know this song? Summer in the City?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, I got it for the sample." And he was like, "Oh yeah, Far Side." But awesome record. I loved listening to this all the way through. Next one is just another 12-inch with some remixes of Groove Thing by Janae. And yeah, I'm trying to bulk up my contemporary R&B collection. I feel like it'd be really fun to make like a smooth R&B mix. I got some Justin Timberlake and some Craig David in the vault, so that's coming out whenever that gets made. It's weird, I discovered Janae as an artist. Honestly, a lot of the way I discover music is one, either by buying records that I don't recognize, and that's a really great way for me to find stuff, and two, a very less expensive way to do it is through just like the radios on YouTube and Spotify and just letting it do its thing. And I was really into that song Swing My Way by KP and Envy, I think. Like Shorty Swing My Way. And I think a bunch of Janae songs came up on that radio. So, happy accident. I would have really liked some of her other singles. I really like Hey Mr. DJ, and I really like Crush. I would have really liked to get Crush. But, hey, Groove Thing's awesome. I was super excited to get this. It's such like a good like smooth dance song. I didn't even really get to listen to all the remixes on it yet. I was mostly just happy to get the album version. Oh, and I forgot to say, I got the Quincy Jones album for $30, and I got this one for $10. Next on the list. This was fucking crazy. I was so excited to get this. I got the 12-inch of MVP by Big L from 1995. It's got the instrumental, the radio edit, the acapella, and some mixes, obviously including the album version. But oh my god, the only thing that could have made this better is if I also found the album that it's on. I listened to it on here for the first time today, and I was like, holy shit. Sometimes vinyl just does sound so good. You know, like it sounds super full, this version especially. And if you can hear it, there's that sample again, Stay With Me by DeBarge, also in this song. I will admit, my favorite song on this album, the album that this is from, is Street Struck, but hey, I can't complain. And if you remember, I said that Big L is a part of Digging in the Crates. Oh, and there's the album that this is in, Lifestyles Oh, The Poor and Dangerous. This was also $30. Some of my favorite 12 inches come from A1 that I've bought, and they are always so expensive. Like a $30 12 inch, like a $30 12 inch is crazy, but I wanted it. Okay guys, now the last, but definitely not least, record that I got on this trip. Saved it for last. Found it last too, I think. This is why I go to New York for digging, but I got it. It's The Enemy. I went there hoping this would be there, and it was there. Got it for $12. I got it for $12, and yeah, it might be my favorite purchase on the trip. It's so cool. I was so hyped to get this. I feel like I'm almost feeling ready to like make several types of mixes. I think a lot of the stuff I got on this trip is really filling out things that I would like to put together, like the disco, the hip hop, even some of the jazz. I just think like this would go sick in a hip hop mix I do. Like I don't think I can envision a mix without this song. And some of those songs I'm hunting for, you know, I'm feeling more ready after getting this one, so I'm excited. It gets me excited. It gets me one step closer to fulfilling my vision of like a vinyl hip hop mix. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you got this far, I'm gonna make sure I have the playlist like I said, so you can listen to all the songs that I mentioned, or some of the songs from these albums, at least. If any of them were your speed. I really appreciate anyone who got this far. I know that I can ramble, and I know some of this might not be as interesting to people as it is to me, but I really nerd out about this stuff, and I feel like I got a pretty good haul. Oh, of course, you want the grand total. So, I spent $82 at A1. So overall, my math said that I spent about like $414. Oh, you can go back and redo that if you want. But it was around $400, which is not insane, I think. It's a lot. It's a lot for records. But when you go to New York, I found so much stuff that I'm not going to find back home. So it's worth it to me. I came home with a good haul. I was very proud of my haul when I got back. And my collection's now at, I think I'm at 648. So it's quite a lot. And there's still more stuff in my want list, so stay tuned for the next haul. The next one will probably be not for a bit. I'm going to be taking a break with buying records. And yeah, it'll probably, if there are any more record videos, it's probably going to be stuff from my actual collection. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I really appreciate everyone who watches these. Thanks so much.